Alright, welcome to my video tip using swing catalyst down at the World of Golf. What we have, as you can see here, is we have a launch monitor below the force plate. Now the force plate tells us exactly what's happening with the pressure in the swing, and we're also able to sync the swing up, so we'll know whether your swing rhythm's ideal, too slow. Now what we've got today is we're running on the posts. Now posts refer to the rotational point around the pelvis. Now everybody is built differently. Biomechanically, we're not all identically the same. There's no one way fits all. So what we need to try and do is locate the post that suits you. Now the easiest way to do that is to get into a posture position where your hands are slightly on the top of your knees. From there you want to rest the club across the top of your knees while you're holding it and just rotate back. Now what you'll see here is we have a right post golfer. So what that means is that as I rotate back, you'll notice here how the right hip sort of stays very still and the left hip does most of the traveling. Now that means that all the pressure is being built up onto the right side of the body, or that what we call the right post. For a left-hander, that would be the trailing foot, which would be your left foot, right? So you would be naturally reversed. From there you'll then push on through the swing. So all you're trying to do is get that club to rotate as far back as you can across the top of the knees in a comfortable manner. So there is no correct way, there is no wrong way. Now if I had to sort of pull up the next swing post, which would be a center post, what we're looking at here is, again, same sort of thing, club across the top of the knees, hands just on top of the knees to keep the club in place and to get you into a posture position you can be comfortable with. And then as you rotate back, again, you'll now notice how both the right hip and left hip are traveling the same distance. So as the left hip comes forward, the right hip will move back. Left-handers, again, this is going to be very much the same for you. Both hips are moving at exactly the same distance, and that would then indicate that you're more of a centered poster. Now from that position we then move on to the final post, which would be the left post golfer. Now the left post golfer would do exactly as it says, move onto that left leg. So your left leg becomes the focal point, or the top of the left hip. Now you'll notice there how it shifts you across. You then push onto that left side, pulling the club back. That would make you a left poster. So trying to figure out exactly what post you are is imperative to try and make sure that you get yourself into the right place. Now the following video will sort of help you in defining that post. So we need to make sure that that post that you're on is the ideal one. And the way we're going to do that is by simply practicing with your feet together. So at setup, as a right post golfer, simply put your right foot slightly ahead of your left when you set up with your feet together and try and give it a hit. Now I'm not a right post golfer, so this strike was not the cleanest for me, but for anybody else that might suit you, it might not. If you're uncertain as to whether you're a right post or maybe a center post golfer, give this drill a go. It will tell you almost immediately whether that strike is quite nice. As a center post golfer for myself, I hit this a lot cleaner than I hit the right post because I'm more centered, so I tend to stay a little bit more stable in the middle of the court and then rotate through. Now as a left post golfer, wasn't all that great either. Didn't quite hit it as far as I would like to, so my feet are together, but the left foot is slightly further forward to encourage me being on that left foot, which will put you on that left post. Now you'll see there I only hit that 96 yards. If I was to pull up the center one, I hit that 101, so I hit that slightly further, and I only hit the right post 82. So just by a simple change as to where the pressure is on the hips can define how far you're going to hit the golf ball and where the ball will go. So try and locate your post. It does normally need another eye, or an honest eye, or just a quick little squiz in the mirror or a window, and you'll be able to pick out exactly what post you are in.